Hello everyone, this is the recording for IS127 Unit 1. Make sure that you have the correct book. It's the 8th edition of Web Design with HTML and CSS3. Download it and install Notepad++. That's the text editor that we're going to use. And here's the web address. It's free, and it doesn't take much time to install it. The student files are attached to each assignment that you need when you need them. Grading will be done on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday following the Sunday due date. The technology late policy, there's a 7-day grace period will be provided for late homework submissions. Any work turned in within the 7 days of the original due date will be graded with a 20% late penalty. Any work received after the 7-day grace period will receive a 0. No discussions will be accepted after the unit is complete, which means when the week ends on Sunday, that's the last that you can post to a particular discussion. Corrections may be made to assignments, but not to discussions or to the midterm. I will post feedback when I grade your assignments that you can use to help make corrections and improve on discussions in the following units. Excuse me. Keeping up is very important. It quickly becomes unmanageable when you get behind. So my recommendations are to set aside time to work on the class, each unit of the class. Don't leave everything until Sunday. Attendance and participation are very important. Just logging in does not count as either. You must post an assignment to the discussion or take a quiz in order to be participating in the class. Lack of participation could result in your being withdrawn from the class. The reading for Unit 1 is Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Be sure you work along as you go through the chapters and use Notepad++. The Unit 1 discussion, the initial response to the topic is due on Wednesday, and the topic has to do with HTML. I'll let you read that for yourself. Initial response must be at least 100 words and at least one APA reference. Do not forget to use in-text citation to indicate what information came from the reference you are citing. 3 replies to other posts are due on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Replies should be about 65 words. Remember, no discussion posts are allowed after the unit is done. Please do not submit a document for your discussion. Students should be able to read your post without having to download a document. Check the HU APA tip sheet, which is found in Student Resource Center Library Citation Help. Page 3 is for a book, and page 6 is for web articles. This is what I use to grade references, so it's a good idea to get used to that. Here are 2 examples of APA references for the book. The first one is the print book. The second one is the e-book. The in-text citation for the book is the author's last name, 2016, and you would include the page number if you have a direct quote. Also, the direct quote should be in quotation marks. You should never have more than 20% of a discussion or a paper that is quoted directly. If your entire post is quoted directly from the site, even if you cite it, you will still get a 0. References for the web article depend on whether there's an author or not. If there's an author, you list it with author, date, title, retrieved from URL. If no author, you list the title of the page, not the site title, but the page title. That's usually listed on the tab. Date of publication, or ND if no date is given. Retrieved on date and from the URL. You must have a date field, so if there is no date given when the article is either published or updated, you use ND. You do not use the copyright at the bottom of the web page. You must use the page title, not the site title. You must give the full URL that leads to the article that you're referencing so that I can check it. Here's an example of a full URL. If you're using a database from the library, you may use the citation tool for the correct reference. For instance, in ProQuest, when you go to the article, there is a cite tool. It's usually on the right. Make sure you change it to APA 6th edition. Then you would just copy and paste that citation. Of course, you would still need an in-text citation. Plagiarism is an act of fraud. It involves both stealing someone else's work and lying about it afterwards. So if you copy information from someone, either a book or a website, and paste it in your discussion or in a paper without any type of referencing or without quotation marks, you're committing plagiarism. You should use direct quotes sparingly, and you must use quotation marks. You should instead use your own words. Paraphrasing is presenting the ideas and information you have read in your own words. You still need to use a reference if you're paraphrasing, because it's someone else's ideas. If it's your own ideas, that's fine, but you should have your own ideas in the post as well as references. I will just check your references for plagiarism. You can check them at this Q-Text or with Grammarly. This one you have to pay for to do a lot of checking, but Grammarly should be included with your Grammarly. A discussion post that contains plagiarism will receive an automatic 0. The Unit 1 assignment, you're to open the attached Unit 1 assignment template, which is a Word document. You'll answer the questions and provide the URL where you find the answers. Submit the completed document. It's due Sunday. Corrections can be made for 2 units, 2 weeks after the due date. Please let me know if you have any questions. Here's an example of the template. This is the title it's given, and you would answer the question, where does this content appear? What is typically contained in this section? Right here it's talking about title, and then the URL where you found the answer. And here are my references. That's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.